Drew Pritchard, salvage hunter's antique trader and star, is known for finding buried treasures. Drew encountered personal struggles that changed his life behind the scenes. Drew's narrative goes beyond rare antiques and salvage work, from his painful divorce to his TV exit. It's full of emotional and personal challenges. Join us as we discover Drew Pritchard's fate. Not much's changed. I have a better car, van, and warehouse to do it in. Actually, nothing's changed, continuing as usual. We still locate things, bring them back, process them, deal with them, and sell them. It's mostly online now. Drew Pritchard's antiques career shows his dedication and hands-on experience. His Conway antique business became a local institution in 2017, thanks to his perseverance. Antique collectors, tourists, and salvage hunters from around the world visited the shop, making it a must-see. Celebrities and restaurateurs, including Jamie Oliver and Marco Pierre White, frequented the store. The business was doing well until the unexpected. Drew shocked fans and locals by closing his store in May 2022. He merely said he was going on without explaining why. The announcement surprised many, especially those who had traveled far to visit the Emporium. Conway and Salvage Hunters fans said it was the end of an era. The business was acquired by a restaurant group shortly after closing, which increased Drew's fans' grief. Drew told his followers that his internet business thrived despite this painful upheaval, but the store's closing still hurt. Many saw the shop as part of the town's spirit, not just for its antiques, but for the stories, experiences, and memories made there. Drew had other things happen. He struggled with employment and personal issues years after closing the store. Celebrity marriages are often under pressure, but the Pritchards were an exception until their recent breakup. Rebecca, a property developer, started the Pritchards' love affair in the early 2000s. Drew was immediately captivated to her considerable experience. History and antiques bonded them, establishing their personal and professional collaboration. Their romance began with a shared goal of restoring and preserving historic treasures. After dating for years, they married and had two kids, Tom and Grace. Drew and Rebecca lived for antiques. Their passion for acquiring, fixing, and selling antiques became a lifestyle. Their cooperation was flawless in their trade or on property repair projects. In 2011, Drew decided to promote the family's company on Salvage Hunters, which garnered national exposure. After several successful seasons, Rebecca joined Drew as co-host, and they became well-known in the antiques community. Despite their professional success, their marriage struggled. Their busy personal and antique schedules allowed little time for real time together. Work-family balance became exhausting over time. After several years together, the pair divorced in 2017. The exact reasons for their split weren't revealed, but their demanding schedules and public attention contributed to the breakup. Their divorce was tough for Drew and Rebecca. Although they worked together professionally, Rebecca had to quit. The Pritchards' 2017 divorce settlement, especially the appraisal of their divided assets, gained attention. Rebecca was awarded $8 million of the family's assets, despite their amicable divorce. The parties needed to divide assets to reach a fair settlement. Drew's 1995 purchase of an 18th-century chapel gave their residence prominence in the neighborhood. Due to its historic appeal, the Conway, North Wales home was listed for £795,000. Drew and Rebecca restored the chapel for years, preserving its history. Its elaborate toilet was owned by Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones. The property also had a holiday cottage, 3 stables, and a huge pond, adding value. However, the Pritchards' divorce settlement went beyond property division. Rebecca and Drew valued family stability. They co-parented their 2 children to give them support and structure despite their personal changes. After his divorce, Drew focused on smaller restoration projects. His passion for refurbishing antique and distinctive furniture fueled his work. He also accepted new chances. He bought a townhouse in Bath, Somerset, and renovated it. Drew spent £1.5 million buying a Bath, Georgian home to renovate for his new project. 10 months into the endeavor, the dream began to crumble. Drew initially budgeted £200,000 for the refurbishment, then the unimaginable happened. As costs climbed rapidly, inflation hampered his plan. Over £150,000 is needed for plumbing and electrical work alone. Drew had a tough choice to survive. The antique warehouse and his 30-year-old collection were sold. Rare findings like a petrified Irish elk skull were among his 600 auctions. He found a rare Steamboat Willie model for £3,500 that sold for £5,500. He was pleased with certain sales, but many things did not satisfy reserve prices. He didn't raise enough money for the project from the auction. Drew threatened his builder that work would halt unless payment arrived by the following week, as the crisis escalated. The renovation was halted when Drew found no solution. To move in, he finished only the upper 2 floors. This included his bedroom, bathroom, and guest rooms. The rest are in process. Given these, Drew Pritchard recently left Salvage Hunters. Drew announced the news publicly after nearly 10 years as the show's face, ending a chapter that shaped his career. He thanked his supporters and the cooperation that kept the event running. He acknowledged Dan Trelford, the show's longtime director, Rebecca, his ex-wife who helped launch the show, and John T., the sidekick, who became a fan favorite. Drew's quick but sincere message thanked everyone behind and in front of the camera. Drew said he still loves antiques and restoration after leaving Salvage Hunters. In his final words, he says he will keep doing what he loves and complete restoring his Georgian mansion.